The online hacktivist group Anonymous has released a list of websites related to ISIS and the companies that are hosting ISIS and jihadist websites. This was part of the Anonymous campaign Op ISIS, which was launched earlier this year. And a few weeks ago, the same group put out a list of 9,200 ISIS supporters' Twitter accounts. And later, this was continued by a list of 25,000 more Twitter accounts, which weren't even collected using hack methods. And now GhostSec put out a statement that says all websites listed below are frequently used by the Islamic State through Twitter and other social media platforms for transmission of propaganda, religion, recruitment, communications, and intelligence gathering purposes. Web hosting companies are unaware of their customers' content, or they turn a blind eye for easy profit and choose to accept blood money. Cloudflare is by far the largest offender. So a few things are going on. Number one is that you can check out the list for yourself. Cloudflare is the only company on the list that I even remotely recognized. Anonymous says that they have attacked a number of these websites and destroyed 85 of them as part of Op ISIS. The type of attack is not completely clear yet. Let's ask that question, though. To what extent do web hosting companies have accountability in controlling the content hosted on their servers? I would like to assume most of these companies likely have no idea.
Well, I'm sure some of them have no idea, but I guess it comes down to their policies, their terms of service. Is it a freedom of speech thing? Ultimately, I mean, look at if we talk about recruitment, I mean, ISIS wants to recruit by spreading their message and by getting as much info on them out there as possible. I mean, who are the biggest offenders of that? Big corporate media, Google, you name it.
Well, there's people who are, this is interesting because people are jumping over this and saying Anonymous taking down the websites is a free speech violation. Again, we talked to Bert Newborn about this at the beginning of the week. The U.S. concept of freedom of speech is freedom from government retaliation or abridgment of your speech. In other words, the government can't do that, but this is just a hacktivist group that is hacking websites. They're not demanding that the government shut down the websites. What they're doing may well be illegal, right? Hacking is still illegal, but it is not a freedom of speech issue. And I think it's so important that we be accurate and precise when we talk about the First Amendment. You may disagree with Anonymous's actions. We don't condone the illegal actions with regard to online hacking, but this has nothing to do with First Amendment.
Right. This is like if you are with me and you are speaking to a group of our friends, I don't like what you're saying, and I put my hand over your mouth. I'm not going to be charged with anything.
Well, it may be assault or battery, right? I mean, it could if you start yelling at me to intimidate me or physically stopping me from speaking, but it wouldn't be a First Amendment issue, at least.
Okay. Or I yell louder than you so that no one can hear you. Yeah.
Yes, certainly not a First Amendment issue whatsoever. Very, very interesting. Send me your thoughts. What can we expect from hosting companies that might have hundreds of thousands of websites hosted under their domains, under their servers, to know about each individual? I think that there's arguments to be made either way.